Hello, my name is Amana Begam and I'm the columnist with ThePrint. So welcome to ThePrint. This week I have written my article on the Hamas attack on innocent Israeli civilians. So while I was writing this article, looking in this entire conflict of Palestine and Israel from Indian Muslim perspective. So as an Indian Muslim, I grasp the sense of Muslim solidarity with Palestine. It is basically rooted in the narrative of enduring suffering and loss of ancestral land despite being the indigenous population. So the narrative we absorb at home and from left-leaning circle can strongly shape our perception of reality. However, what truly disturbed me in this incident is that observing that individuals are not only justifying but even applauding this brutal terrorist attack on innocent civilians. The act of killing elderly individuals, children, and women, and parading their bodies cannot be labeled as a resistance. It is an act of terrorism. So, also as an Indian Pasmanda Muslim, I have often heard about the injustice faced by Palestinian people, and I do believe in offering prayers for their well-being. However, this issue has not been a prominent part of major discussion in my life. In my upbringing, there were many other issues that felt more immediate and crucial than of plight of Palestine. It was only later that I observed that Muslim organizations and human rights groups they're actively protesting for Palestine. However, I see the challenge arises when this group being start demanding from India to sever ties with Israel without considering our national interests. While their arguments are primarily rooted in humanity and human rights, it becomes perplexing when this same organization do not address numerous human rights closer to home, such as the Kashmiri Hindu exodus or plight of Hindus in Pakistan. This basically raises a question that about whether their advocacy is genuinely for human rights or it is basically driven by the religious tribal mindset. So moreover, as an Indian Muslim, it leaves me pondering that Indian Muslims should introspect and ask themselves why they often prioritize expressing concern for Muslim in a distant, far away Palestine with whom they share very little in common over their Hindu brethren who live in India and share a common culture. The question then naturally arises, how can we expect Hindu to perceive us as their own and prioritize our Indian identity when our action is suggesting otherwise? Also, I would like a Muslim to think basically two things. First, that Israel, even you believe that they are occupier, now their third generation who had no say in the past have a right to exist there. So the two-state solution is the only solution for Palestine and Israel conflict. So Israel would also defend themselves. If Hamas will attack them, Israel will defend their citizens' right to exist. And also a Muslim should remember that when in a context of war, there are fundamental rules to follow. Islam explicitly prohibits the killing of non-combatants and captured combatants, the Quran 2.10. Muslims are forbidden from attacking wounded soldiers unless they are actively fighting. Even Abu Bakr, the first Caliph, articulated this rule for an army he dispatched to battle, emphasizing principles such as avoiding treachery, refraining from mutilating dead bodies, sparing non-combatants, including children, women, and elderly. The guideline also encompasses respect for even environment, urging protection for trees, especially those bearing fruits, and refraining from harming the enemy livestock unless for the sustenance. Despite this clear directive, it appears that some Muslims, in their victimhood narrative, may overlook or neglect to adhere this essential principle and ready to justify barbaric attack on innocent civilians. Also, we Muslim need to understand that a community is just oppressed and marginalized does not give them permission to adhere to the violence. Thank you.